Hey guys, and welcome. I'm NG Paradox, and we're here with Lord Tristram Osgrey. He's an old man now, 52 years old, but I have to say, he's met our expectations. He has done a lot of good for his family. He has been as great as we could have hoped for, I think. I think he's done a good job. Is he a good man? No. Definitely not a good man. He's kind of become more evil as he's gotten older, more tenacious, more despicable. But he's done good things for the family, so he will be remembered for bringing us back to our former glories, it has to be said. But yeah, the tourney is over. Also up in the north, of course, if I remember correctly, the north is attacking Castle Black with 4,000 men. Winter's coming, so 4,000 men against 46,000 men. Yeah. Event spawn troops, 42,000. So he still has the event spawn troops of his father, it would seem. Andrew Crowkiller. Just a natural death as well. And my son's marriage is now ready. A high tower to marry. High towers are a good marriage. He has cancer, if I remember correctly, so I'm not sure if they're going to be able to have kids, but hopefully they can. He is fruitful, actually. That kind of makes it a little better. But not much better. Still minus like 10% overall. But if he can get a nice marriage with them, we can get an alliance and stuff. I think that'll be worth it. There we go, an alliance with the High Towers. One of the most powerful, probably are the most powerful family in the whole of the Reach. Let's have a quick look. I'm the most powerful lord. Really? 8,000 men I could potentially have. Well, I have to say, we really have risen up from probably the smallest holding, the smallest tower in the whole of the Reach. We're now the biggest High Lord in the whole of the Reach. And then it's the High Towers. This could be a very profitable alliance for us. Yeah. Look at all those traits there. 58 years old. They've gotten married. Everyone's concerned. People respect wealth. Do I want money? Or do I want people to respect me? Probably want people to respect me. I am proud, yeah. People respect wealth. There we go. We'll go for that for now. Durwell has just died. He was just slow, apparently, so it's not terrible. But 32 years old, my daughter. You've not had many kids. You've not really done well for the Durwells. I mean, your only daughter is fine, slow and strong, but it would have been nice to have had some more. Personally, that's what I would have liked to have seen. And he's accepted the alliance. There we go. Can we declare war for something? Depose liege? There's nothing really we have, is there? Hope for the Reach. Yeah, I did join that faction. But yeah. No other ones we can do. Okay. But a weak claim here. The High Lordship of Acorn's Ridge. For the Weber. I don't think we should attack the River Knight. Even though Peter Weber is fine. Let's have a quick look. So he had it. None of his sons... I mean, he's got it now. Brian the Wild Spider. The Wild Spider? I mean, his son is imposing. The Wild Spider. I'm not really sure how you'd classify a wild spider. There's legs flying everywhere, I could just imagine. We don't need a regent. Bodyguard, we actually have a few people we could choose. There is, of course, Tanner. He's got skilled fighter, 6.5. Well, Martin, my son, might actually be the best one. Okay, Martin, you can be one of my bodyguards. I trust you. You're my son, after all. Yeah, Leo and Tanner. I'll leave you out for now. He's slightly better than both of you. We'll let him be the one for now. How's the Vale doing? To increase council powers right now. He just married a young girl, a young Rushmore. But he has sons for days, so he shouldn't really be in trouble there. So Rolly the Strong Falcon. Yeah, the Belmore. Patience is a virtue, but sometimes it gets on my nerves. My daughter-in-law, Cerise, never loses her temper, always waiting patiently for a chance to retaliate. Well, I don't think he'll be particularly annoyed about that. Yeah. I'll bring out the fire in her. Yeah, he'll be like that. He's gonna be like, I'm gonna bring out the fire in this girl. She's gonna marry my son after all. And the Riverlanders now finished their war, so I'm gonna now go to this view, I think, for now. We'll go to the vassal view, because most people are now back underneath the Iron Throne. Have said before, though, I feel like there's a war coming. I can feel it. I mean, Cahors has got a lot of intrigue, though, and the heir is Prince Jacaerys, and if he inherits, you know, he is a genius. So maybe he can keep it together. You never know. Maybe he'll be able to keep it together. The Seemly of Illyria. Ilva. I like that sigil. Nice little sigil there. How's my son doing? My heir. Any more children on the way? Oh, for elective monarchy. I told you war was coming. I said it. And it looks as though Lionel the Wild Stag has brought war upon the Iron Throne. He's not gone for a Targaryen, though, or a Blackfire. He's had enough of all of this. You know, Black Dragon, Red Dragon, who cares? We should choose the person in charge. It's now become too convoluted. There are too many claimants to the Iron Throne. It could be anyone who could be king. We should just put whoever is the best man. So this is backed by Blackwater Rush, the High Septon, and the Westerlands. So we have Baelys the Benign Fawn, and of course the Westerlands. The Westerlands obviously are not really in love with the Iron Throne. And Tario Lydon. Married to the Plum Girl. Yeah, we've seen that before. He has his 3 daughters right now. She's betrothed to another Lydon. So yeah, the Lydons are kind of up for this as well. This new family have taken over the Westerlands after the Lannisters kind of, you know, died out. They've now taken over. They agree. They think elective would be better. And no one seems to be defending the king. Really, the Iron Isles are defending against elective monarchy. Really, Agar? Agar Greyjoy, what are you doing? What happened to the great, you know, traditions? I guess maybe he's not that traditional, maybe. Or maybe he just thinks it could be bad for them. What, your son is a god of Lorath? Huh. Interesting. I guess he must have gone adventuring or something. Or was just educated by someone. His sister is... Yeah, both his sisters are okay. Sister's a skilled fighter. She's fashionable and a trained fighter, that's not too bad. Married to a Summer Islander in a normal marriage. There's some weird things going on there. She's married to a tall man. The Greyjoys are just marrying all around the world, aren't they? Who's the son married to? No one. The son was married to no one, that's why. So he does have a backer there, but... How many do you have? 12,000 men. Ah! Look at this. The Reach decided to take advantage of the situation by attacking the Westerlands for Red Lake. Red Lake will go back underneath the Reach, as it should be. And of course, Tristram will be there. I will lead the men in Highgarden, and we will take back these lands, just as the Checkered Line did in the old days defend the North March. We will do it again today, against not a lion, but a badger. We will do it. That's a good idea, but I'm very impressed by our lord. That was a good idea. A famous herald, well versed in the diplomatic protocol, has arrived at our court. He's proposing his service to us, and our chamberlain is saying that we make good use of this man. Would I invite him in? I don't know. Selfish, I guess, yeah. Another mouth to feed. It's not what we need. We don't need this type of stuff. Wife's not pregnant. Oh well, as long as, you know, I'm happy if that daughter inherits. I'm not really bothered, you know, if it ends up this daughter, you know, inheriting, I'm okay. She needs a different educator though, definitely. She needs someone better than that. Someone who knows what they're doing. A good man. Tristram. No! She will not let me educate my own granddaughter. You stupid big oak. You know nothing. I am Tristram. Adam the Rash. 17% there from Raymond Tyrell. And that's it. Not going to be enough if you ask me. Not going to be able to get that through. We'll see. Still, you know, I got blood out for the Rowans, as we know. How many men do we have? 55,000. And the Westlands at 19. Okay, we're in a pretty good position here. But a lot of men are still, you know... Oakhart just died. Okay, that's okay. We're fine with Oakhart's dying. But yeah, a lot of the other lords, though, are staying out the war. And of course, the Vale's free. They were not concerned themselves. But in the north, the Riverlands could make a big effect if they were to join on either side. You have 43,000 men there in the north. His son is actually a good marshal and a skilled fighter. He should hold together the realm when his father dies, unlike his father, who was just terrible when he took over. And he still is quite bad now. His father would be so upset. What's his religion? He's still got Beyond the World Old Gods. Same with Andrew, Wildling, yep. They're keeping their old traditional ways, but they are controlling the north. Haven't seen any rebellions up there, which surprises me. Looks like they bent the knee. 15,000 men. What was that? Lord Paramount Baron of the Trident. Just executed Sang Yao. Not sure why we did execute him. Must have been something we don't know going on. Where am I right now? Golden Grove. So we're right here in Golden Grove. The army of Lord Tristram. We are leading these men to victory. They will follow us to their deaths. To victory, I mean, not deaths. The Trident, I did say, has now joined the Iron Throne. And the Westlands has now jumped out of the war. He died. Was slain by Lord Runsford of the Arbor. So my good dear friend Runsford Redwine, at 65 years old, just killed the young Lord, well, not young I guess, but middle-aged Lord Paramount Antario, and left his daughter in charge. 14 years old, married to another Lyddon. The regent is Master Roland, so just a sort of mayor, I guess. That's not good for the Lyddons. That's exactly, I think, what they didn't want. The Wild Badger. There could be people, you know, sharpening their knives to stake their claim, I think. Yeah, this war's ours. Come on, can you get their knife? They're not going to get there in time, are they? No. They've lost morale. So there we go. Yeah, they should be able to win that. Reach us finally. We're 100% now already. And there we go. Red Lake has come back. And Falwell, who control it, have been put underneath us. Which I don't think I can allow. Claim Red Lake. I'm going to have to do it, aren't I? Who for? Malin Crane. Okay, Malin Crane is unfruitful, but he does have a son. Who is a Durwell. So we'd basically be giving land to a Durwell. That's what we would be doing. And the other claim is for Rickard Durwell. Two things I'm not particularly keen on doing, if I must say. Don't really want it for even. Maybe I'll just make my own claim. Yeah, I probably should just try and make my own claim. But I'm trying to claim Ivy Hall. Do I want this or Ivy Hall? No, I want Red Lake. I think it just looks ugly there. So I'm going to try and claim Red Lake, I think. Let's go to the council. To the council, I say. Fabricate a claim on Red Lake. Red Lake must be ours. Take this north. This is why I want the northern area. Be perfect with these two. Like these two and that one. Perfect. And we've now joined the war. And we've taken the side of the Baratheons. That's now made it... I think that's made it even, probably, now. This has become an interesting war again. I don't recognize my friend Lord Runsford anymore. The things we had in common when we first met and became friends has changed and vanished. Whenever I meet him, I ask myself, is this the person I want to be friends with? Can we really be friends despite all our differences? He is kind of selfish. He's diligent though, so maybe he's harder to keep the friendship alive. Drifted apart. Tell me, what do you think? Can we still be friends? No, you're my friend. That one. I think he'll choose that one. He wants to keep him as his friend. He's selfish and he's hard work. He's diligent. He's like, no, we're going to be friends forever, you and me. Unless I need to torture you, then we won't be friends. Oh, yes. Can't wait for Tanya to die. High Lordship. Cerise seems to be very interested in the garments some of the courtiers are wearing, yet not in the usual lustful way. Cerise is also interested in the fabrics themselves, not just what's underneath them. Cerise Hightower. It's harmless. Stop it. Concentrate more on important things in life. Huh. I don't think he really cares. He probably thinks it's probably good that she's got some sort of interest. It's probably harmless. I don't think he cares what she does or doesn't do. Her interests are her own interests. If only my son could get over his cancer. De jure war down there. She's become fashionable. She's quick. She's going to go education soon. Poor education, though. I always imagined I'd be the first of us to go, but now I am the one mourning the departure of my dear friend. Never again will I hear Aemon's jolly laugh or receive his wise counsel. Ah, Aemon wouldn't want me to cry. Let's drink in his honor. Friendship will only hurt you in the end. He distanced himself from his friends. So does he celebrate, drink of honor, or does he decide to distance himself from his friends? Lustful, proud, cynical, selfish, cruel, diligent. Yeah, I think he would just let's drink to his honor. The smallest spider makes my daughter-in-law squeal and run away. This is starting to worry me. Fear is the mind killer. Some fears are good, but there are limits. Spiders, I can't abide them either. I don't think he's a craven. He's a fighter. He was a strong man. He took on the Rowan in single combat. Fear is the mind killer. Some fears are good. No, I don't think he thinks there are limits. I think he thinks you should be strong, so we'll go with that. She became brave. Okay. I probably already had one drink too many when I'm joined at the table by an equally intoxicated man. It takes me a few minutes to realize, but surely it must be Sir Leo. We spend quite some time drinking together and sharing our sorrows. Apparently he's a lunatic. Perhaps a new friend is just what I need. No, go away. I want to be left alone. Yeah, I think he's going to say, I want to be left alone. He wants to be left alone. Why the gods? How could you be so cruel and take Aemon from me? I can find no relief, no escape from the all-consuming sorrows. No matter how many bottles I empty, all I see before me is Aemon's pale and lifeless face. We become a bit of drunk, so we're now a drunkard and possessed. Great. 53 years old. He's still a badass. So he's still a capable man. He's just, likes to drink. That's all. He's a capable man. He just likes to have a few drinks. Not pregnant yet. 2 week claims. Kingdom of the Westerlands. Wait a second. Kingdom of the Westerlands. For my wife. That would give my kids the Westerlands. 12,000 men. I don't have enough men. But that would be amazing. Ah, the fact my wife has a claim completely didn't think this through. Yeah, she's a weak claim, wouldn't she? Yeah. The possibilities here. It could be so great. No kid for them. My daughter, not pregnant, and his wife is not pregnant. No new family members, no new Osgrays apparently. How was my brother's children? So his son has now become 12. He's betrothed to a Caswell. The daughter's matrimonially married to a Tyrell. Very good for her. And she has a baby. Paxter Osgrey, who's delicate and ugly. Not really the great thing there, but I mean, he's got his father's... Yeah, he'll get his father's claims on the Reach. Huh. We could get an Osgrey into the control of the Reach. Clutching at her heart. Like I said, those are just extra things we could go for. Minus 19% right now. Where am I? Greensward. So around here, which is my army. Army of Lord Tristram, here I am. Trying to catch up to that Tully army. Looks like they will escape though. Storm's End looks okay. Some food there. I'm fighting it out right here. We got a lot more men, but they do have the hills. The Greyjaws are attacking us there as well, and they're going to win that one. If they join us afterwards, they're going to kick our butts. You are separated from your men in the chaos of battle, and now find yourself in the midst of war. As you scan the field and try to rejoin your forces, you see Lord Theon break through the enemy ranks and charge you. Theon Frey! 2 old men. I feel like a lot of people at the moment are old. It feels like a lot of the characters we're looking at, the older men, not young men. They're the old men who survived this long. Theon Frey, though, he's a trained fighter. I don't think he can come to a match for me, but I'm a drunkard now. That can't help, but it doesn't seem to affect it. Possessed? I don't know. Prepare to die, Frey scum. I need to get out of here. Get back, my lord. I'll handle this. Would my son get in the way? Stubborn, charitable, authoritative, slothful, dull. I guess, you know, he's authoritative and charitable. He likes to help people, and he's wrath. So I think he could jump in, but would Tristram let him? That is the question. He's selfish, cruel. You know what? Because Tristram... Normally, I'd probably just let the bodyguard take it, because that's what they're there for. But I think Tristram, because, you know, he's a selfish man and he's cruel, he's like, I want to kill this man myself. He dares approach me on the battlefield, I will cut him down myself. I feel like that's how he'll feel about it. I think I'm slightly better. Yeah, I think that he feels he can take it on himself, and he wants to be the one to cut through him like butter. Normally, I think most characters I'd let the bodyguard, but yeah, not this one. Lord Theon suddenly halts his charge, and you're left to wonder why. But for a moment, when Gory sweeps in from behind him, get back to our line, oh my lord. He shouts, I'll handle this. Okay, this could be bad. Gory's Verilyn. He's a Carthian, under the employ of the phrase. How'd he get here? 7.5. Oh no, he's energetic. This is not good. You think that white cloak will save you? I mean, I don't think he has a white cloak. He's just a bodyguard. So, yeah. Fighting the King's Guard wasn't part... Oh, is he actually part of the King's Guard? No, he's not. He can't be part of the King's... What was I thinking? That's obviously just a bug. But yeah, of course we're going to have to fight him. So, yeah. You and Glories slowly circle each other. So this is the Battle of Fellwood. Slowly circle each other, tense and focused. You scan him for any sign of weakness, any openings defense that you could possibly exploit. One mistake is all you get. You attack with speed. You attack with force. You attack with take a defensive stand. I think he's going to attack with force, as we know as before. You know, he is a strong man, and that's his advantage. And he knows he's a good fighter, and he just wants to get in there and destroy him. So I think he's going to charge in with his force. We know that Gory's is energetic, so he's probably going to use speed, I would assume. But I feel like our force is the best. Your experience in combat and prowess with your weapon allows you to spot an opening in Gory's defense. It's not much, but it's all you need. I forcefully overwhelmed his defensive stance. I took a defensive stance, okay. You easily break through his guard and knock him to the ground. He lies sprawled at your feet, completely at your mercy. You dare take on an old man? I am the brute. The checkered brute. The checkered lion brute. The brute of lion? The brute? Huh. The brute of the North March. Yeah, we'll say that. He's the brute of the North March. You strike, but Gory's rolls to the side, wounded but still very much alive. Why won't you just die? Use force. Your experience in combat allows you to get through his opening his defense. Strike. Gory's tries to fight back, but you force your way through, easily overpowering his pathetic defense. You strike through his heart. Die. Look at that. He is a brute. Tristram is just... he takes people down. Gory's crumples to the ground lifeless. You wipe his blood from your weapon. The deed is done. He is dead. You know what? I think Tristram might be one of the best characters we've been in a long time. I have to say, he's been very impressive in what he's accomplished and done. Valor Morgulus, victory is mine. You kick the blood-stained cloak from your feet and advance slowly on Lord Theon. You've split him from his army and killed his sworn sword. There's nowhere left for him to run. This ends here. Theon Frey. Go back to your... you should have stayed in your towers. Now you must face the brute of North March. In the midst of the battle, you and Lord Theon circle each other. You can just imagine them circling each other around while men fight around them from side to side. The Crossing versus the Checkered Lion. I'll use my force, of course. It's never let me down before. He sent reeling, which gives me an opening. Strike. I easily break through. It's all over, Theon. Lord Theon drops his weapon and throws up his hands. Yield, I yield. I am a noble like you. You can't just strike me down. But Tristram is a cruel man. He is not going to take that for anything. And he's possessed, so yeah. I accept no. You decided to come face me in combat. You die. You should have been willing to take on the sacrifice. And it looks as the Freys are out. There are 7 living members, but they're all girls. Yeah, so it looks as though the River Knight just inherited the crossing. We just took away the lands from the Freys. I feel quite good about that. Yep, they're all girls. Wow. That makes it feel even nicer. The deed is done. Victory is mine. As Lord Theon falls before you, his soldiers look on and begin to lose hope.